Boost your English.
From English Podcast with John.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to English Podcast with John. How are you feeling today? We're so happy to be here with you. Today, we're exploring the power of positive thinking, using clear and simple English for beginners. We'll guide you step by step with plenty of real-life examples, all while making your English practice simple, relaxed, and enjoyable. So hello, I am so excited to talk about this topic today.
Me too. I'm feeling great. How's your day going so far?
It's going really well. I've had my coffee, so I'm feeling very energized and, very positive for this conversation.
Perfect. That's the best way to start.
It really is. And before we jump in, just a quick little reminder for everyone listening, if you enjoy practicing English with us, we'd love it if you'd subscribe, like, and share.
It really helps us out a lot. It lets us know you're enjoying the conversations.
It does. Thank you so much to everyone for your support. So let's get into it. The power of positive thinking.
It's a big one.
It is. So when you hear that phrase positive thinking, what's the first thing that, comes to your mind?
Well, for me, it's about looking on the bright side. Trying to find the good in a situation, even if it's a small thing.
I think so too. It seems like it's such a popular idea these days, maybe because life can feel a little bit stressful or complicated.
Oh, for sure. It's a nice tool to have. Like just yesterday, my bus was running late and I could feel myself getting annoyed.
Right. That's so easy to do.
It is. But then I just thought, well, now I have an extra 10 minutes to read my book. And just like that, the feeling changed from annoyance to a nice little opportunity.
I love that example. It's so simple, but so powerful. So do you think positive thinking means you just have to ignore problems completely? Like pretend nothing bad is happening?
That's a great question. And no, I don't think so at all. It's not about ignoring reality or pretending problems don't exist. That wouldn't be very helpful.
Exactly. For me, it's not about ignoring the problem, but choosing how you react to it. It's about that little space between something happening and how you decide to feel about it.
I like that. Choosing how you react.
Yeah. I have a perfect example. The other day, I was making a sandwich and, I dropped it. Food side down, of course.
Oh, no, the worst.
The worst. And for a second, I was so frustrated. I was about to get really grumpy. But then I stopped and I started to laugh. It just seemed so silly.
Just laughing at the situation.
Yeah. I just chose to laugh instead of getting angry. And you know what? The whole feeling in the room changed. That little bit of frustration just disappeared, and I felt so much lighter. It was just a sandwich, after all.
That's brilliant. I've had moments like that, too, where you're on the edge of getting really upset over something small, and then you realize how funny it is. Yeah. It's like you could either cry or laugh, and laughing just feels so much better.
It really does. It's an instant mood changer.
So do you think this way of thinking is a habit? Is it something we can actually learn and get better at?
Oh, 100%. I think it's definitely a habit. It's like a muscle you have to practice using. It doesn't always come naturally, especially at first.
So you have to consciously work at it.
Exactly. I think a good way is to start small, like maybe with your very first thoughts in the morning.
Tell me more about that. What do you do?
Well, I used to wake up and immediately think about my long to-do list, and I'd feel stressed right away. It was such a bad way to start the day.
I think a lot of people can relate to that.
For sure. So now I try to do one small positive thing right when I wake up. Before I even check my phone, sometimes I just think, today's going to be an interesting day. Or sometimes I'll put on some really happy, upbeat music while I'm making my coffee.
I love the music idea. It really can shift your energy.
It totally does. It's a small thing, but it helps me start the day feeling good instead of feeling worried.
Yeah, that makes so much sense. For me, a big one is gratitude. That's my go-to habit.
Oh, I love that. How do you practice it?
Well, I remember I was having a really stressful week at work a while ago. Just everything felt overwhelming. And I sat down for 2 minutes and I made myself list 3 things I was thankful for.
What was on your list?
It was so simple. Like the good coffee I was drinking, the sunshine coming through the window, and how comfortable my chair was, just tiny, simple things. But saying them out loud really made a huge difference. The stress didn't disappear, but it felt smaller, more manageable.
That's such a great practice. Do you write these things down or do you just think about them? Does it matter?
For me, just thinking about them or saying them out loud is enough in the moment. It's faster. But I've heard that writing them down in a journal can be even more powerful because you can look back at it later. I think it just depends on the person.
That's true, whatever works for you. This kind of connects to another idea, positive self-talk. You know, the way you talk to yourself in your own head.
Ah, the internal voice, yes. That can be a very kind friend or a very mean critic.
Exactly. So a clear example is, let's say you take a test and you don't do well. It's so easy to think, I failed that test, I'm just bad at this.
Right. That's a very common reaction.
But with positive self-talk, you can try to change that thought. You could think, okay, I didn't get the score I wanted, but I learned a lot from studying, and now I know what I need to work on for next time.
See, that's so much more constructive. It turns a failure into a lesson.
It does. I had this experience when I was trying to learn how to cook a really difficult recipe. I kept messing up, and my first thought was, I'm a terrible cook. I should just give up.
The internal critic was loud that day, huh?
Oh, very loud. But I made myself stop and change the thought. I started thinking, okay, this is a new skill. It's okay to make mistakes. Each mistake is teaching me something. And that encouraging voice actually helped me keep going and fit in it. And you know what? The food turned out pretty good in the end.
That's awesome. I love that story. It makes me think about the words we use. Do you think using stronger, more positive words, like saying something is fantastic or great, instead of just okay or fine, does that actually change how you feel?
That is such an interesting question. I think it might.
I tried it once as an experiment. I was feeling really tired one morning, and a coworker asked how I was doing. My automatic answer is always, I'm okay, or I'm fine.
Mine too. It's just automatic.
Exactly. But I forced myself to say, I'm feeling fantastic today, with a big smile. And it was so funny because for a second, I think I actually tricked myself into feeling a little bit better, a little more energetic.
I love that. It's like fake it till you make it, but with your own feelings.
Pretty much. It's amazing how a small change in language can have a real effect.
It really is. And this all connects to bigger challenges too, right? Not just drop sandwiches or tired mornings.
Oh, absolutely. I think about it a lot with learning a new language. I mean, that's a huge challenge, and it's something a lot of our listeners are doing right now.
For sure. It can be really difficult at times.
Again. And when I face a really difficult grammar lesson or I can't understand something, a positive mindset is what helps me not give up. It's so easy to get frustrated and just want to quit.
I can definitely relate to that feeling.
I remember when I was learning a new language, there was this one point where I felt like I wasn't making any progress. I really wanted to quit. But a friend of mine said, look how far you've come already. Every mistake is a step forward. And just hearing that encouragement, it completely changed my perspective and kept me going.
That's so powerful. Having that encouragement, whether it comes from a friend or from yourself, is so important.
It's everything.
You know, that makes me think about how a positive mindset helps with your actual energy, your physical feeling.
No, how so?
Well, think about a difficult task, like a big workout at the gym or a really long day of work. If you approach it with dread, thinking, ugh, this is going to be awful, it already feels 10 times harder, doesn't it?
Totally. You feel tired before you even start.
Exactly. But if you approach it with a little bit of excitement, thinking, this is a challenge, but I'm going to feel so good after, it changes the whole experience. You feel more energized and more capable of handling it.
That is so true. Have you noticed a real difference in your own physical energy levels when you wake up with a good attitude versus a tired or grumpy one?
Oh, a huge difference. If I wake up feeling negative, my body just feels heavy all day. It's like I'm moving through mud. But on days when I feel optimistic, I feel lighter and have so much more energy to get things done.
It's like your mind is telling your body what to expect.
I think so. I remember I was really nervous before a big presentation one time. My heart was pounding, my hands were shaky, all those classic signs of fear.
I know that feeling well.
And my focus was on, what if I mess up? What if they think I'm boring? But then I decided to change my focus. I started thinking, this is a great opportunity to share something I find interesting. I'm excited to connect with the audience.
So you reframed it from a threat to an opportunity.
Exactly. And it was amazing. I could literally feel the nervousness changing into excitement. The physical sensations were the same, the fast heartbeat, but now it felt like energy, not fear. And the presentation went really well.
That shift is so powerful. It's all about how you interpret what your body is feeling.
Yes. And you know, I think this also helps so much with our relationships with other people.
How do you mean?
Well, just that people enjoy being around positive energy, don't you think? It's magnetic.
That's a great point. When you're with someone who is optimistic and happy, it's hard not to feel a little bit of that yourself. It's contagious in the best way.
It really is. Do you have a friend who is just always positive? And how does being around that person affect your own mood?
I do, actually. I have one friend who just seems to find the good in everything. And whenever I'm feeling a bit down or stressed, spending time with them is like a reset. Their positive energy kind of lifts me up. It reminds me that my problems aren't as big as they feel in my head.
That is such a gift. Being that person for others is a wonderful thing.
It really is.
Hmm.
But we have to be realistic, right? Everyone has bad days. Everyone has negative thoughts. It's not possible to be happy all the time.
I'm so glad you brought that up. That is so important. Positive thinking is not about being happy every single second of every day. That's just not human.
Right. It would be exhausting, I think.
It would. I think it's more about recognizing when you have a negative thought and then trying to let it go quickly instead of letting it spiral and take over your whole day.
Acknowledging it, but not letting it set up camp in your mind.
Exactly. I have a really simple strategy for when a negative feeling comes up. If I start to feel stressed or sad, I just go outside for 2 minutes. Even just standing on the balcony and taking 3 deep breaths.
A little pattern interrupt.
Yes. Or I'll put on one of my favorite songs, one that's impossible to be sad to. It just breaks the cycle of that negative thought and gives my brain something new and positive to focus on.
I love that. A quick, easy action. It's funny, I have a story about that. I was in such a bad mood once over something so silly, I couldn't find a matching pair of socks.
I've been there. It's so frustrating.
It's ridiculously frustrating.
Right.
And I was stomping around the apartment getting more and more angry. And then I just stopped. And I realized how absolutely absurd I was being. I was an adult having a tantrum about a sock.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I just had to make myself laugh. And once I did, the bad mood just popped. It was gone. It's amazing how a little bit of humor can break that negativity.
It's one of the best tools we have.
Yeah.
So what's your quickest mood fixer when you feel stressed or negative? What's your go-to?
Honestly, it's probably just taking a few deep breaths. It's the fastest and simplest thing. It forces my body to calm down, and then my mind can follow. It just brings everything down a notch.
That's a great one. So simple, but
Yeah.
so effective.
Yeah. I think it all comes down to the idea that we can't always control what happens to us, but we can always control our reactions. And that's where the real power is, you know?
That's the perfect summary. That is the core of it.
It's about reframing things. A bad event doesn't have to be a bad day. It can just be a bad moment, and then you can move on. Or even better, it could be a learning experience.
I love that. Turning a bad event into a lesson.
So maybe we could share a couple of our favorite little tips for people to try.
Great idea. So here's one quick, actionable tip for anyone listening. You can try it right now.
Okay, I'm ready.
Smile more, even when you're alone. Just the physical act of smiling can actually trick your brain into feeling a little bit happier. It's a real thing.
That's a good one. So simple. Okay, my tip is a simple phrase that helps me. When I'm having a tough day, I just remind myself, every day is a fresh start.
I like that a lot. It means tomorrow can always be better.
Exactly.
Well, this has been such a wonderful conversation. Thank you so much to everyone for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed it.
We really did enjoy talking about this.
And we'd love for you to get involved. You can leave us a comment and tell us what is one positive thing you were doing today. We would love to read your answers.
Yes, please share. And just a little reminder that daily English practice, like listening to conversations like this one, is so important for your progress. Keep it up.
Absolutely. And don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and share this with anyone you think would find it useful. It helps us more than you know.
And we'll be back very soon with more episodes for you to practice with.
We will. Goodbye for now, everyone. Stay positive.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.